A very good morning to one and all present here. I would like to seek the permission of our convener, Shri Akash Arya sir, to please give me the permission to start this meeting.
Yes, Professor Simran, please start.
I welcome you all to our online faculty development program on research and innovation ecosystem. Today is the second day of our journey to explore the dynamics of research and innovation and the ecosystems that drive them forward. I would like to seek the blessings of our chief patron, Shri Tarsem Singh, President of GGES Bokaro, our patron Shri Surendrapal Singh, Secretary, GGES Bokaro, and our principal convener, Director, Professor Priyadarshi Jaruhar sir. Throughout this program, we will delve into various aspects of research innovation, from emerging technologies to interdisciplinary collaboration, and examine how the ecosystems play a pivotal role in nurturing and sustaining these endeavors. I invite you all to actively participate in an engaging and fruitful discussion and forge meaningful communication and connection that will propel us towards a future enriched with groundbreaking research and innovation. I request our convener, Professor Akash Arya sir, to please introduce our first speaker for today's FDP.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Simran. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you in GGSTC FDP program, and very good morning to all the participants, the eminent professor and researcher from different gifted organizations, all my dear colleagues. We are very fortunate to have you all here today. For this, thank you so much, and a lot of gratitude from bottom of my heart. As we know that this FDP program, Research and Innovations Ecosystem, is a multidisciplinary track in which people from different discipline and different area of interest have been brought together. It will enhance knowledge and awareness of current scenario of research in India. And the key highlights of every program is, as we know that, how to get research funding from various funding agencies like DST, especially for private engineering college, how to get international funding and patents, and how to publish a good research paper, and how to build a sustainable research ecosystem in the college, and how to compete with in new emerging research field, and many more. So on behalf of GGSTC, I would like to welcome our respected Dr. Sarfraz Karim sir from MBA department of GGSTC. He is having more than 12 years of experience in domestic and international. He is an eminent educationist and researcher who has published more than 12 research papers in international and national reputable journals. Currently, he is guiding 10 PG student and 5 DBA research scholar from ABMTC, that is American Business Management and Technology College, and SSM, that is Swiss School of Management. He is a well-known online trainer for entrepreneurship, digital marketing, research proposal, SPSS, and research report writing. So, respected sir, please share your excellent view with us in this FDP program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, I hope I am audible.
Yes,
am
sir.
I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So a very good morning to all of you. First of all, let me say thanks to GGST and especially to Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar sir and all the convener and respected members who is organizing this workshop and giving me opportunity to say something about this national seminar for that one. So the topic which I have selected, let me share my. You have to give me permission to share my screen. Now I am host, I can share it. No issue on that one. So here, let me minimize it or let me stop the video. So that I also request all of you to just mute yourself so that we can have some interactive session for that one. See, before thinking about or before coming to this station, I was thinking like, what are the best thing I can share with you people so that let me take something which has been the very common, which we are facing because we all are into a 3 of 1 stage. Either we are doing PhD or we are planning to do PhD or we are doing research. So being a faculty member, being a professor level of that one, these 3 stages are always there for us. We are planning to do the research as a PhD holder. We are doing the research as a PhD candidate. We have completed, but still we are doing something for that one. So being of that one, I just want to share before starting my objective of this station, I just want to share one of my experience, why I bring these things to you people. See, during one of the interview, which was conducted in year 2015, when I was in the last year of my PhD, and I was planning to go outside, and there was a interview conducted in New Delhi, and the interviewer who was there, she asked me about 1 or 2 very basic things. I know about the answer, but because of the some confusing term, I was a little bit confused about giving those answers. So by keeping those things into the mind, I just bring those things into the place today. So the objective of these things, like somebody will ask maybe in the future, or you may think, or somebody may ask you about that. What is your research philosophy? What is your research design? How you come to know about these things, or which method you are going to apply these, or according to that one. Or generally, we used to give the answer very similar to that things. Either we used to say that my research is a quantitative based or qualitative based, or it's a mixed based, or we used to say that it's a I am using quantitative research for the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, but that may not be the right answer. What the interviewer, what the fund agency, what the banker or the other institutions wants to know from your side. So by keeping these all things into the mind, this is the main objective to bringing these things. So my first objective, if time permit, I will go with all the objective, but my first objective is to make the understanding of the research philosophy and design, then the relationship between the theory, research and data. And also I try to bring what you call as the some example of qualitative and quantitative research for funding for that one. So here, so this is the best diagram, or many of you have already gone through it. Many of you have already know about these things, but just to repeat these things for the people, those professors who know about these things. And for those who have the first time they are seeing these things, that is very important for that one. There is a very famous saying about the research onion. This diagram I have taken from the Saunders book, and page number 106. This is the reference from the Mark Saunders book. This onion, why it is called as onion? Because we all know about that onion has the layers. When we open the first layer, then second layer is there, then third layer is there, fifth layer is there, and like that one, layers are there. And each layers, when we open that, all represent the onion itself. Same way, Sanderson saying that research has the different layers. Generally, researcher or the new researcher or new PhD holder, they start with this one, the inner layer. But he's saying that don't go inside of this layer until you are clear about these layers. So this is the main point which I would like to discuss with you people. Sometimes if you know the meaning of all these things, that is well and good. Otherwise, for the funding agency, for the representing ourselves to the any scholars or the any institutions, especially for the foreign, they would like to know about that. What is your philosophy of this research? What is the approach of this research? Which strategy you are applying for the research? Or what is the choices which you are going to choose for your research? and how much time it is going to take to complete your research. These type of things they want to know, they want to understand for that one. Also, you know that in thesis, we generally have the 5 chapters, and our third chapter is all about the research design. And every good institutions, especially if I'm talking about some research institution of India or even outside of the India, those who are the research-based university or institutions, they are all also looking for these things. Like how many things are there? I will take the questions, if you permit, I will take the questions at the end if it is good for that one. Or at least one part I will finish, then I will take the questions for that one. So here, if there is any issue in my in your listening, so please interpret me in that time. So here, let us begin with that one. If you make me post and people are coming. Okay, anyhow, now you can see here the first one. Let us talk about the first one. What I'm trying to do it, मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि I will try to make it as a very simple way, like a layman language, so that every one of us can understand that one. What is my understanding is in that one. पहला तो मैं यही बता दूं कि research is that much big ocean that nobody can claim that I know everything. Even I also say that I have only a small droplets of research. कुछ बूंदे हैं जो जिसकी वजह से मैं सीख पाया हूं थोड़े रिसर्च के बारे में. That's the complete learning process for that one. So let us begin with the first layer of the onion, which is called as the philosophy. Philosophy means the simple meaning of research. देखिए philosophy का मतलब तो बहुत बहुत बड़ा होता है, but the simple meaning of research philosophy here is that a belief, researcher belief, researcher assumption, researcher principle. It is the belief, assumption, and principle about the things, what he want to find out through the gather, through the analysis, and through the use of the things. Means एक researcher क्या सोचता है, क्या उसके belief है, क्या उसका assumption है, at the end of to finding a solution of a problem for that one. So that is the about the philosophy of a research. So here in the philosophy, there are the 3 or 4 main philosophy. First one is the positivism, second one is the interpretism, third one is the realism, and fourth one is the, अगर आप नीचे अगर देख सकते हैं तो pragmatism. So here the first, as I said, that philosophy is all about the belief of a researcher, what he want to find out by gathering, by analyzing, or by interpreting the data. यहाँ पे एक चीज और मैं ऐड कर दूं, दुनिया में 2 चीजें हैं जो रिसर्चर हमेशा आगे बढ़ता है, एक ऑब्जेक्टिविटी के थ्रू, एक सब्जेक्टिविटी के थ्रू. ऑब्जेक्टिविटी मींस he has the certain answer at the end, maybe only one answer, because he want to get the solid answer at the end, like 2 is 4, that is always true. So that is the objectivity. And when we are talking about the subjectivity, I have a humble request that you should mute yourself so that there will be no disturbance for that one. So here, if there is a subjectivity means that we may have more than one truth. एक ही चीजों के कई व्यू हो सकते हैं. The best example is I used to give to my student that if somebody asked me who is the Prime Minister of India, so there is only one answer, Mr. Narendra Modi. There is no second option for that one. There is no second, not option, but there is no second answer to that. But if we are talking about the subjectivity, yahan we have the more option. If somebody will ask, how is Narendra Modi as a Prime Minister? Maybe somebody will say excellent, somebody will say good, somebody will say neutral, somebody will say dislike, like something different answer is there. So subjectivity is like that one, how answer is going to give that one. So by keeping these things in the mind, if you have going to give the answer into a true form, like in a single truth, and can gain the objectivity into the one like that one, or when you have the bigger things and you are making down and narrow down and come to the one conclusion, that is way of the positivism. जैसे एक बहुत बड़ा सा मेरे पास प्रॉब्लम है, I narrow down those problem into a research objective, research questions, hypothesis, then I attach with the theory, then I use the some basic tools, and then come out with a solid answer. one proof, one complete objecting for that is the positivism. Opposite to the positivism is called as interpretism. Sorry. Interpretism means we may have more than one truth. We may have more than one reality. I think there is some. Am I audible to everyone now?
Yes, sir, you're audible. All participants are requested to kindly mute their mics.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So here, when we are talking about the interpretism means it is the subjectivity of your research. This philosophy has we may have more than one truth. Like we can say the reality is subjectivity by observation, more than one reality. That is the interpretism. It is.
ये हावड़ा वाला विषय सब खुलता है ना सर क्या बोलता है
Let me stop if somebody will try to say something. Option is there. Let me. Slide share app. Anyhow, so interpretism is just objective to the positivism, but the life or research is not always yes or no, negative or positive, but there is something in between that one. That is called as a pragmatism. Pragmatism is the mixed research where we have the certain answer for our research into a positivism way, or certain answer is into a subjective way. So that is the pragmatism. Last one is the realism. Realism means mostly it is used in the natural science like physics, chemistry, biology, or mathematics for that one, where we are doing the experiment to get the final answer for that one. Find pure experiment for that one. That is the realism, reality with that one. So positivism is mostly about how we are coming for the general to a specific. Interpretism is from the specific to general. Pragmatism is mostly the mixed research of that one. And realism is all pure experimental research. So this is the philosophy. In which philosophy you are going? So based upon the first layer, our second layer is approach. All layers with each other. So based upon the first layer, our second layer is approach. अब जैसे अगर मेरा positivism philosophy है, तो my approach is deductive. Deductive means I am reducing the things from the bigger to smaller. I'm going to make the things from the general to specific. I'm going to find the one answer at the end. I'm going to use those hypothesis objective and then come to the final conclusion and give my recommendation to that one. And inductive means I am going from the specific to general. Means I have a small things, then I will add some more observation, I will add some more view, I will add some more experience from the respondent, and then I will give a very big, or maybe I will develop a theory for that one. So that is the inductive approach for that. So this is the way how we can add it. Like if our philosophy is, if my philosophy is positivism, it means my approach is deductive. If my interpretism, it is inductive. If it is a pragmatism, it means we can say that my approach should be both. So if we move to the third layer, which we call it as a strategy, because sometimes people ask you, or sometimes people want to know that which strategy you follow for your approach. Okay, we understand that you use the positivism, आपने positivism use किया, you are using the method or approach that is a deductive, आपने reduce करते गए. But what is the strategy? So here there are the two common strategy for deductive: experiment or survey. Experiment means we collect the data, we analyze the data through the, especially through the hypothesis by doing the different tested like t-test, z-test, ANOVA, these all things, and we come to the conclusion like there is a relationship between two variables or two more than two variables. That is my experience for that one. Survey is basically, you remember that one, people used to give you some questionnaire to feel it, maybe online or by physically, and try to get the answer of your, maybe in terms of Likert scale, 1 to 5 okay, scale pe hoga 1 to 7 or 1 to 10, or maybe they want to know about something into the form of interview. So these experiment and survey is mainly used tools or a strategy for the deductive approach. जब मुझे एक सॉलिड आंसर की तलाश होती है एट द एंड ऑफ माय रिसर्च, आई एम यूजिंग दीज एक्सपेरिमेंट एंड सर्वे रिसर्च. Apart from these things, there are the other methods which we are using for the inductive method. जैसे case study. Case study is all about that we have the different, like किसी organization में problem है, then he bring that cases to us, like since 3 or 4 year we have the this much of 50 pages or 100 page का case बना के दे दिया, and we have to analyze those things and we have to give the answer for that. तो उसमें we are applying the interpretism method, we are applying the inductive things. उसी तरह से आपने नाम सुना होगा, अब मैं सबके छोटे छोटे एग्जांपल दूंगा, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड एंड यू कैन रिलेट दैट. एक्शन रिसर्च. एक्शन रिसर्च क्या होता है कि अब एक्शन रिसर्च का सबसे सिंपल एग्जांपल ये है कि व्हेन इनटू ए रनिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, the organization wants to see the problem and solve it as a applied research. तो यूजिंग, जैसे एक ये यूजिंग म्यूजिक टू स्टिमुलेट क्रिएटिव राइटिंग, जैसे ये है एक एक्शन रिसर्च where when we are using a music, when the creative writing is increased or not. So this is the action research. When the problem of my means motivation level is not very high, how it is possible or how it cannot be possible, तो वो action research में आ जाएगा. Grounded theory is, second one is the grounded theory. Grounded theory is mainly we are not asking into the current situation of that one, but we have the problem. We ask the interviewer or we ask the respondent their view on their perception, on their experience, on their belief, और वो जो बोलेंगे उसके बेसिस पे मैं इंटरप्रेट करूंगा और फाइनली रिजल्ट दूंगा. So that is my grounded theory. Means I am not going to see that whether they are saying truth or not, but based upon their perception, based upon their experience, based upon their belief, जो कम आउट होता है, दो पीपल व्यू को ऑब्जर्व करने को, थीमेटिक निकालने को, उसको कहते हैं ग्राउंडेड थ्योरी. देन देयर इज अनदर टर्म व्हिच इज कॉल्ड एज इथनोग्राफी. इथनोग्राफी इज बेसिकली इन्वॉल्व इनटू ए पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी. मींस मैं जैसे एक कम्युनिटी का पार्ट बन गया, लाइक आई विल आल्सो बिकम एज अ लेबर इनटू ए लेबर एंड सी उनके बीच की बातें, उनके बीच की चीजें, I will observe them, I will talk with them, I will take their responses. So that is the participants, become the participants in that one. That is the ethnography. And archival research, this is all about the previous research data. जैसे हम लोग लिटरेचर रिव्यू है या बहुत सारे हमारे प्रीवियस डेटा है, प्रीवियस रिसर्च है, प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट डेटा है, we use them to find out the result for that one. So these things, archival research, ethnography, grounded theory, action research, case study, these are mainly, देखिए मैं हमेशा यूज टर्म करता हूँ mainly. I will never say that purely, because nothing is purely in this world. Objectivity is not 100% there, subjectivity is not 100% there. तो यहीं पे जहां पे जिस चीज की ज्यादा हो जाएगा, like if subjectivity is there, we use these type of a strategy: action research, grounded theory, ethnography. But when we are using the objectivity or deductive, experiment and survey methods. So this is the strategy. उसके बाद choice है. अब जो बात आती है जो सबसे ज्यादा यूज रिसर्चर, what is the choice? यहाँ पे मैंने वो नाम ही नहीं लिखा है, but that is the most commonly used by the researcher. That is the qualitative method, quantitative method. So choice here is like mono method. Mono का मतलब single. If you are using either a qualitative method or a quantitative method, it means you are using a mono method. Mixed method means you are using the both method, qualitative method and as well as quantitative method. Inside the qualitative methods, we have the experiment, we have the survey. Inside the qualitative, we have the case study, action research, grounded. अब multi method में क्या होता है? For the qualitative method itself, I am going to use 2 or 3 methods. For the quantitative, again, we are going to use more than one method. So that is called as the multi method. If I'm using single method, either qualitative or quantitative, we call it as the mono method. If I'm using both qualitative and quantitative, it is called as the mixed method. But if I'm using the 2 or 3 method of each approach or each choices, then we call it as the multi method. I'm talking about this section, mixed method and that one. And this is the choice for that one. उसके बाद layer number 5th. This is our layer number 4th. This is our layer number 5th. Time horizon. Time horizon means see, there are 2 type of time horizon is there. या तो आप पूरी की पूरी रिसर्च एक बार में खत्म कर दें, collect the data, analyze the data, interpret the data, give the result, and give the recommendation, final submit that one. That is called as cross-sectional. Just take all the things. It doesn't have the time frame. It has the completely within one shot you are going to complete. That is cross-sectional. चाहे वो 6 महीने में लगे, 3 महीने लगे, साल भर लगे, 3 साल लगे, cross-sectional. Like our PhD thesis. We used to complete it in one shot and collecting the data. हाँ, उसमें भी कुछ लोग होता है अलग अलग उसमें. Longitudinal, we have that some time frame. एक मैंने अभी collect data कर लिया, फिर कुछ सिखाया उन लोगों को, 1 महीने तक ट्रेनिंग दी. Then again I am going to collect the data for the same sample. तो और उसके बीच में जो चेंजेस को देखा, that is called as the longitudinal time horizon for that one. Cross sectional like that one. And finally, the sixth layer is technique and procedure. Sixth layer of the onion, as per the Marx Anderson, is the data collection and data analysis. Data collection means how you collect the data through online, through offline, through interviews, through the survey form, through the observation form, like, and then you are going to analyze the data. Data analysis के बहुत सारे method है. We generally use Excel, SPSS, RStudio for the quantitative method. We use the thematic analysis for the qualitative method, and वहाँ पे हम लोग use करते हैं. So that's the summary, or you can say that is the way how the research onion is. तो अगर आपसे कोई पूछता है कि what is the research design of your research, so in that case we have to know that what exactly he want to know. He want to know that my philosophy of my research, or he want to know each and everything, all the 6 things for that one. So like that way we can say. So research design, as I just discussed about that one, it is the framework of research method and technique chosen by the researcher. तो ये हो गया. इसके बाद जो सेकंड कंसेप्ट है, जो मैं आप लोगों को बहुत ही बेसिक विद इन 5 minutes आई एम ट्राइंग टू कंप्लीट दैट थ्योरेटिकल फ्रेमवर्क और कंसेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क. इसका देखिए, if you are going to study through the book, it may have the different meaning, or may have I vary from that meaning, but the basic मतलब ये, this is the basic meaning is theoretical framework means based upon the theory which is already available. Like in case of management, मैं अगर management की बात करूँ, management के लिए बहुत सारे theory हैं. लीडरशिप से रिलेटेड थ्योरी है, मैनेजमेंट से रिलेटेड थ्योरी है, हायरार्की से रिलेटेड थ्योरी है, मार्केटिंग से रिलेटेड थ्योरी है. So when we are going to use those theory in our research, and we saying that based upon this theory I am going to apply this things, that is called as theoretical framework. And we have to put those theory. आज की डेट में whenever we are going to get the funding, they ask which theory is supported your proposal, or which theory you applied for that one. So that is the theoretical framework. Conceptual framework का मतलब ये होता है कि based upon your objective, based upon your research questions, आपके कितने variable है, and you as a researcher develop a framework. That is called as a conceptual framework, which is generally developed by the researcher or adopted by the researcher. And theoretical framework is existing theory को जो आपके research को support करता है, that is the theoretical framework. So some example are there, quantitative research example and qualitative research example. Let me एक छोटा सा example यहाँ पे, but just I will just discuss it in 2 or 3 minutes. Then I will see. जब भी quantitative research example की बात होती है, we normally 80% to 90% of our things are related with the numbers. So अगर आप देखते हैं impact word, if you see the do word, if you see the relationship word, if you see the future word or predictive word, it means we are going to apply the quantitative research example. But if you are saying that the qualitative, like how, why, so these type of things, or view, exploration, experience, these type of things, if it is founding into the qualitative research, then we call it as the qualitative research for them. So by this way, I come to the end of this that one. If there is any question of time permit, otherwise I'm okay with that one. So thank you.
Sir, good morning, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir. This is Dr. Manojit De from Physics Department.
Can you speak louder, please?
This is Dr. Manojit De from Physics Department.
Yes, please.
Okay. Sir, it is a nice presentation. Sir, I have two doubts here. Is it mandatory there are 5 chapters should contain in your PhD thesis, or you can have the more chapters or less chapters in your PhD thesis?
No, you see here, it depends upon your university. Mainly why I'm saying the 5, because the 5 is the minimum requirement for that one. It may, like if I'm talking about the SSM, where I was also teaching as a adjunct faculty, they are the 7 chapters for that one. But if you're talking about the Indian institution, they are the 5 chapters for that one, in Indian university for that one. Mainly those chapters, like in the introduction chapter is common for that one. Second, in the literature review. But in some part that is divided into the 2 parts, literature review and theoretical framework. So chapter 2 and chapter 3, but basically it is a chapter 2. Same way, chapter 3 is the research design, but some places it is divided into the 2 parts, chapter 3 and chapter 4. And then the 4th chapter is the data analysis. And so mainly the 5 chapter is there. Some places it is divided into the 6 or 7 for that.
Okay, okay. And sir, another question is that for that realism philosophy, what should be the approach? That will be whether that will be the inductive or that deductive?
For which one?
That realism.
For the realism. For
Yes,
the realism,
yes.
basically, it's a mixed research for that one.
Okay,
Or
okay.
mainly
Both
it
should
is
be there.
inductive. Yeah,
Both should be there.
Yeah, both
Okay,
should be there.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir. Okay.
Any other question? If so, because I was seeing that there is only 4 or 5 minutes was left, so I stop over here. But if there is any question or if there is any interaction, you can contact with me. I can share my experience as well as I can share my research proposal that where we can send it for that one.
Thank you, sir. It was a very enriching experience listening to you. I would now like to request Dr. Arun Banwal, sir, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Professor Simran, for giving me an opportunity. Good morning to all present in second day of multi-disciplinary FD program on research and innovation ecosystem in campus of GGSESTC Bokaro. It is my privilege to give vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. On the behalf of the Institute, I, Dr. E.P. Banwal, Head of Basic Science and Humanity, heartily thanks to Honorable President GGS and Chief Patron Sri Tarsem Singh Sir and Honorable Secretary GGS and Patron Sri SP Singh Sir for kind support. I am sincerely thankful to Director GGSESTC and Principal Convener of FDP, Professor Dr. Priyadarshi Jaruhar Sir for novel guidance and kind support. I am thankful to Professor Dr. Sarfaraz Sir, keynote speaker, for informative talk on research and innovation ecosystem. All of us know that research paper makes a valuable contribution for research for future studies. I am impressed by the thoroughness of data collection process and methods discussed by Dr. Sarfaraz Sir. I extend my appreciation to Dr. Sarfaraz Sir for his dedication to advancing knowledge in this talk through his thoughts and nice experience. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I am thankful to all participants, convener, Dr. Akash Arya, sir, co-convener, Professor Mahmood Alam, sir, QSC, coordinator, Professor Simran Bhimiani, all faculty members of GGSETC. I am thankful to media persons. Last but not least, I am thankful to all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all the participants for joining. We shall meet tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you.